Hey guys, it is Mershdd. Welcome back to the channel. Today is going to be a free-to-play update. It has been a while, it's been about a week. I have been suffering with a flu and I've just had a very busy time in general as well. So I have not really been in the best spot in life to be able to update and keep going with the uploads. But I'm back now, and it's a long overdue update. Honestly, I think at the end of the last episode, I had just finished grinding or was in the middle of grinding up the Fire Knight tournament, whilst it was 3 times chances of getting regen gear. Um, I did have a look over the gear. We got a few nice pieces. We did manage to get our first 6-star pair of speed boots, but it's not on regen, sadly. But we did manage to get ourselves a good amount of regen gear, enough to at least be able to make 2 sets, potentially even 3. And to be honest, we just picked up like a nice amount of 6-star gear pieces. We now, in terms of dungeons, we are comfortably farming stage 20 of Dragon. How long's that taken us? I think it's about 3 minutes. Yeah, just over 3 minutes. And in terms of Fire Knight, I did push, and we are able to farm Fire Knight in about 4 minutes. So that is 2 of the dungeons done. In terms of Spider, we are still trying to push through. We just need like some more control or another way of staying alive, or to be honest, even just more damage and turn meter control. Any of those things, and we can push on to stage 20 and hopefully be able to farm that with Ignatius. But currently, we are stuck at stage 17, and stage 18 is just a little bit too far ahead of ourselves at the moment. Ice Golem, I haven't really been pushing, but I did do a little push about a week ago, and we got to stage 19 no problem. So stage 20 is within reach as well, which is really good news for the Arbiter missions. I'll give you a quick update on where we are with them. We have done all of the dungeon grinding that we have to do, topped up our gems a nice amount, but now we're on the arena missions, which I completely forgot about, to be honest. Um, like I did realize a few days ago that it was obviously going to be quite the grind. So as a result, I have been pushing arena. We're currently sitting about halfway through gold 3. If we can get to gold 4 by Monday reset, and then hopefully gold 5 by the reset after that, it's going to be happy days. But to be honest, at the moment, all of these or most of these, I mean, this team is probably doable. Let's give this a go. We're still farming with the exact same team that we have been since like the first week into the free to play. Um, this should be a doable fight just because the player power is so low. There you go. We've got Ignatius who's able to land his provokes now. Rhonda comes in with the damage, and then yeah, it's just cycling through abilities again until we get the job done. But yeah, getting 3 gold medals per fight now is really good, and I don't think I could actually sit through the grind if I was still only getting like 3 or 4 silver medals and 1 gold medal from time to time. So it's good to start pushing on this. It's helped a lot with the base stats as well for pushing other areas. But I guess the main reason for this video is to update you on what has been going on in the last week. We had a champ training tournament, which I got 3rd place in. I was pushing for 2nd place for the legendary book. So you had a legendary book as like a milestone reward, and then 1st and 2nd also got a legendary book. I was pushing really hard to try and get 2nd, but I think the 2 people who I was up against who actually ended up beating me, they were just a bit further into the game with more resources to actually burn. I didn't burn everything. I did keep some gems back, but I exhausted all the energy, all the brews. And then to be honest, after that, it was a combination of just not having the resources to do it and not having the time to do it either. Again, I was ill. I've been off work. I've had family and friends' birthdays this week. And yeah, it's just been a busy time in general. And I just haven't, I guess, felt like sitting and playing Raid all day, every day. So yeah, that's why I missed out on that. But we did get 3rd place, which I think gave us an epic book and some relentless gear, and we did get speed boots out of that. Then there was a dragon tournament, I believe. We topped out the milestone rewards and placed decently. I can't remember what we got, but I think we were like top 3 or top 4. And now, in present day, we are at this champ training event, which is what I have been putting all my focus on. I'm going for the legendary skill tome because once I've got that, we should be able to get our Ignatius fully booked and get the cooldown down on his HP burn skill, which honestly could be enough to push us up to stage 20 in Spider. Wouldn't surprise me. just because having this up way more often just means we're going to be doing way more damage. We've also got 10 epic books saved up for CVC, as well as 3 rare ones. And during this time as well, obviously there's some new 6 stars which have been added to the pool. So like I said, Reliquary Tender was going to be the next 6-star at the time, and I've done that. I've stuck true to that. She's going to come in a lot of places, even right through to endgame, so I'm happy with that choice. The next one I went for, purely because at the time I didn't have any other options, was Ruella. Now, Ruella I know can be in some endgame clan boss teams. Obviously, she brings this turn meter, so everybody can run at a faster speed, and well, you have like a lower gear requirement for any speed tunes. And then she's also like a Fire Knight Queen, right? She has 2 3-hitter A1, well, 2 3-hitter abilities. A 3-hit A1 which has turn meter control, which again could be useful for Spider, but it's not too crazy good. It's mainly for Fire Knight. And then this one here, which is basically every debuff you could want for Fire Knight, and every debuff that you could want for Spider and Clan Boss as like a kind of secondary area. So Ruella is going to be a good option. I've just been really hesitant on 6-starring her because there's obviously no Sylvian Watchers Faction Wars, and Faction Wars is somewhere that I have been wanting to progress in. Just speaking of Faction Wars, we're currently sitting at 161 stars. We haven't hard focused it too much, but what we have done is start saving up all the rares that we've collected through mystery shards and the ancient shards, I guess, that we have pulled here and there. But to be honest, I've been quite good with my shards. I haven't been YOLO pulling them. We've got a bunch of epics here, which are honestly just I can't bring myself to want to invest into any of them just yet. But we have got like a small army of rare champions building up. So over the, I guess, coming week or two, I'm going to be slowly adding like just okay-ish gear pieces to them, just to be able to try and 3-star at least up to the first boss on every faction. And hopefully once I can do that, that should put us in a nice place to be able to build on and add to those teams as we move forward. And now the market is going to bug on me. Oh, lovely. Grab the mystery shard straight away. And what I have been doing as well is buying the 2-star food from the marketplace, just because I've done so much champ training over the weeks. We are running low on mystery shards. We are running fairly low on brews. And yeah, if I can grab 2 stars without having to invest brews and mystery shards to be able to make them myself, then I'm just going to do that. Silver isn't as big of an issue for us right now. The other event that we had was the Chaos Path event, and to be honest, I didn't have the resources because it was so soon after the previous champ training, which I was pushing and missed out on the legendary book on. We had the Chaos Path event, and to be honest, all I wanted from that was Kale and his blessing. And I've got the 1-star blessing. I've grabbed Kale. He's sitting at 5-star 50. He is going to be the next 6-star, and that is literally what I'm pushing for to get done in this champ training. If I can get Kale done, then it's probably either going to be Genbo. You know, it probably just will be Genbo. Genbo, just so I've got like a dedicated arena nuker, because I think that will at least help me be able to push further in arena and not have to rely on 2 like lifesteal damage dealing champs. It's just not very optimal. So it's probably going to be Gembo, and then it will either be one of these 3 epics sitting next to him. I'm not sure which one it's going to be. If you have any recommendations, let me know. I'm tempted to do Old Hermit Jorg just for the increased attack, but then Haikatun obviously has the increased speed, which I'm also lacking. So I don't know. They're both 2 good supportive options. I feel like Old Hermit Jorg is going to be staple for the Orc faction wars, and potentially in like 3v3 arena. Whereas Haikatun has a lot more versatility. She can be used in various different dungeon teams. She can be used in Clan Boss, and she's obviously going to be used in Barbarian Faction Crypt as well. But to be honest, that is kind of where we're at right now. Just going through the champ training, doing our best. So we've got some energy stocked up, saved here, and then we have some energy to claim with the dailies, and we've got the advanced quest still to do today. The update for Clan Boss is an interesting one. Yesterday was the first time I was able to 4-key Nightmare. We have left our previous clan, and we're at a new clan which is way more active. You've actually got like plenty of people at least hitting clan boss every day, whereas in the previous clan I was the only person hitting brutal, and nobody else was really bothering with the clan boss. So I'm currently just short, or like just about on track to 4 key nightmare. I don't think it's too consistent, but it's a promising sign, right? We've thrown Cold Heart into the clan boss team because she not only has she got Heartseeker, but she also has the poison on her A2 if the target is under heal reduction, and because her cooldowns are still kind of high, that poison does come in, and Heartseeker does more damage than a single poison tick as well. So she actually ends up coming in and being the best like poisoner slash damage dealer that I've got for Clan Boss right now. Her and Rhonda are kind of on par. Rhonda obviously doesn't have a blessing, but she has got Giant Slayer alongside her passive. Um, and yeah, Rhonda is just an absolute animal when it comes to Clan Boss, and getting those passive procs is just insane. When you combine it with the Giant Slayer and just how long she survives because of it being in lifesteal. But Cold Heart is going to be dropped or removed from the team. The reason for it is because we've got Deacon, who has the leech, the decreased defense, and has the turn meter boost to make sure everybody's running like as fast as possible. And we've got Rector Draff, who brings a very unreliable decrease attack, but she also has the AoE Perfect Veil, which will reduce the damage we take from area of effect abilities or AoE abilities. So the two clan boss AoE abilities she will reduce the damage on, and she also has like insane healing. She keeps everybody alive alongside Deacon, who has the Leech A1. It just means that like these four always stay alive. Ignatius, Deacon, Rector Drath, and Rhonda. They are like the dynamite four. They stay alive. They just get their War Master procs in. They bring a solid amount of debuffs between Deacon and Rector Drath. And then, to be honest, I feel like with Cold Heart, she's going to be replaced by Kale, because Kale has a poison on his A1, and then he has a chance to place 4 poisons on his A2. And granted, the A1 is a small version of poison, but he's just going to be able to put out way more poisons against Clan Boss than what Cold Heart can do. And because of that, he's just going to out damage, outscale, and just be a better option right now. But yeah, aside from that, we don't really have any other poison options, which is why I was so determined to get Kale. Because again, once I get Kale 6-star, he can help me push on and potentially get to Spider Stage 20. And that's just, I guess, the goal right now. Once we get Spider Stage 20, it means that we can farm silver very easily, and re-gearing champions won't be an issue. But yeah, that's kind of where we're sat right now. We're not going to go for the Supreme Elhain fusion or anything like that, just because we've been very, very unlucky with shards. We haven't got any sacred shards at all from anywhere. We've got a couple void shards along the way. I think one of them came from Clan Boss, the others probably from missions, or I'm not too sure. Not too sure. The ancient shards again. We're not really getting very lucky when it comes to shards. We've managed to save up 24, but I just don't think that's going to be enough for us to be able to compete in the fusion. So I'm not going to bother with it at the moment. I would rather hard focus on getting Arbiter, try and get through all of these as fast as I possibly can. Once I've done that and we get all these void shards and gems for free, then we're going to be in a much better spot to go for a fusion afterwards. So we're probably going to hold off on the fusions for now and go for it once we've got all these extra resources available to us. See, like even ancient shards coming up. It's going to be huge. It's going to be nice. And all those gems as well can be used on buying energy to actually be able to grind up the milestone rewards when it comes to the fusion tournaments, and potentially even get first in one of them. But yeah, for what's going to happen between now and next episode, I did do a little re-gearing, but it wasn't completely crazy different. We've got Rector Drath in regen along with Reliquary Tender, but I think what I'm going to end up doing is re-gear Deacon again, see if I can get him running faster with similar accuracy. Rhonda's probably going to stay in pretty much the same build. Ignatius is probably going to come out of this and potentially go into regen gear, just because I think it's going to scale better with him. And then Kale hopefully we can get him into a nice little life steal set if we can. I don't know. I think that'll just be the best like kind of gear for him for the time being. Lifesteal, I just remember always being so solid on Kale because he has so many ways to heal up from it. And he's just, yeah, he's either gonna AoE hit a wave and heal all that, well, heal any damage he's taken back up, or he's gonna use his A3, which is the 4 hit ability, and any one of those hits has a chance at proccing War Master. So yeah, against bosses he just stays healthy as well. He's also going to help me push on with Ice Golem, actually, thinking about it. Just because he's going to bring poisons, whereas I don't really have poisons elsewhere. But yeah, that's kind of enough rambling. But I'm going to be making use of this free gear removal cost and getting a big regear done. Uh, that, and I'm also going to be building, or testing at least, because I've already built it, the Bommel one-shot team, and it's kind of like a cross between what YST has done, and obviously credit to YST for pioneering the whole Bommel one-shot strategy. And then I saw a video with him and Saf the other day, where Saf is using like just different options, different ways that you can squeeze in extra damage against the boss. So it's kind of like a hybrid between them. And if it works fairly well, then I might make a video about it because it's using a champion at 5 star. So if it works, it'd be great. But yeah, without further ado, guys, thank you very much for watching. Thank you if you've stuck with me over the last week, and I apologize once again for not being able to get a video out sooner than this, but this is the earliest opportunity I've had, and yeah, hopefully you guys are okay with that. But look, have a lovely rest of your week. Take care and peace.